What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Yellowstone Season 2, Episode number 2. And what a wild-ass end to the episode that was.
Yes.
John, obviously he's been dealing with some stuff, and we were told that he had cancer and that he went and got some procedures done to handle that. And he keeps brushing off his health and all this stuff, and then he collapses.
I'm fine, yeah.
And they have to do, emergency surgery on the ranch. And thank God that a vet was there to help him.
Right.
And he had to do all of that with no anesthesia. He had to deal with the pain. He ended up going into shock, as anybody probably would under those circumstances.
Right.
But it's like they were able to find the problem, and it wasn't the cancer anymore. So he's
now
got
it's just a raging ulcer.
that exploded.
Yeah.
It ruptured.
Yeah.
So, that sounds bad, but not as bad as what he was potentially dealing with. So
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Maybe good, maybe positive.
It explains why he was throwing up blood and everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So we'll see where that goes. But if he does have a longer life now as a result of this, I think that's probably good for him and his family in the ranch.
I would assume.
Because there's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of moves being made, constantly just chess pieces getting put into position to take over his land and to get him out of there. And Thomas is getting a little bit of kickback on his plan.
Right, by his fellow council members.
Yeah, but Dan is alive, which was a shocking reveal because the way they ended the previous episode, thinking that he was dead when he was hanging there, that was wild because it's like, oh, they're not going to cut him down. They're just going to let that situation play out.
Yeah.
Kayce kicked the horse and was like, all right, too bad. So,
Let him hang.
Clearly a message sent. And, props to him for sticking around because if anyone put me through something like that, I'd be like, message received. I'm just going to go somewhere else.
I'm out. Yeah.
I'm going to go work somewhere and just go figure out some other stuff.
Yeah.
But Beth doing Beth things and helping her daddy and trying to make her own chess moves to solidify the position of the family. And just the way all of this is working out and just the fact that now people are aware of what's going on both sides.
Right.
Just them watching them just maneuver and just try to figure things out is really interesting and see who gets the upper hand there. Because it's complicated, it seems like. But you've got a lot of powerful people who got a lot of influence on things,
right,
trying to make things happen. And I think that's going to be pretty wild to see how that battle goes. Obviously, this whole political situation with Jamie is interesting. They brought in a new candidate and John basically was like, all right, you're going to be her. And she's this nice looking girl. She has rights for animals and the military, right? That's what it was, veterans. And it's just going to be a situation where her coming from a small town now getting involved with the Duttons and having the Duttons support her versus a Dutton who's also running. It's just, I feel like that whole dynamic and just, there's going to be a lot of drama.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of wild, just confusing, uncomfortable moments. But I kind of worry about her involvement because it's be careful what you're getting yourself into.
Yeah.
100%. And it's obviously she's being brought in to be a pawn for their chess match that they're playing currently. And they're just maneuvering things and trying to get stuff done and accomplished. And I 100% think she's just going to get used and going to get corrupted probably is kind of what my mindset is on that. Mm-hmm. Kayce and his family and all of that. Monica went to go try to get the job back. It sounds like she's going to get it. And she's going to get out of the school and go do that.
But I think she's going to try and do both. I don't know how you're going to pull that off, but I hope that you do.
Yeah. Kayce's back at the ranch. He's involved and he's back in the bunkhouse. And
he's sad.
Yeah.
He's just sad.
There was a big brawl that broke out. He wasn't involved, but him and Rip went and kind of handled things
with a giant bowl.
Yeah. We're going to clear things up, and anything that ever goes down like that, you got to clear it up and not let it get to that escalation level. And otherwise, we're going to bring a bull into your friggin' bar and I'm going to knock the shit out of everyone that was involved. Mm-hmm. Speaking of the bull, they played a game of Pretty Wild Poker, which was absolutely insane.
Oh my God.
They just sat in the bull ring and last person sitting wins. Cool.
I love I don't know how long he's going to be around, but Cowboy, he's fantastic.
He was a really cool addition, very interesting. Obviously, him and Walker have a past.
Yeah.
And, Walker, since his introduction, I've always been very curious about him as a character, just the way Rip recruited him into the Yellowstone. Mm-hmm. And the fact that he now talks about the Yellowstone being the devil, this place is evil, and this and that, and him trying to get out. It's a really interesting storyline. And seeing how he finds his way through this situation is going to be interesting. Does he end up dying? Does he go visit the friggin' train station? Does he find a way to sneak out with Cowboy? or something else go down. Because, I mean, tension's obviously high there, and he's not involved. He doesn't want to be involved with the stuff that they're doing. Even when they were beating up the dudes at the bar, he was just standing
Not
there.
interested. No.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
So there's clearly a lot of shit going on, a lot of moving parts. Good start to season 2, though, for sure.
Yeah.
You ready for episode 2?
Yes.
Let's go. Oh, he's up and moving.
I know. I was gonna say, is he supposed to be up and moving around?
Funny, I don't remember authorizing your release.
Oh, never mind.
I didn't ask.
You know, just because you feel like you're ready to leave doesn't mean you are.
Well, that's exactly what it means.
You know, I can have you restrained. Just let me look at the sutures. Come on.
Jesus.
John Dutton's going to do what John Dutton wants to do.
Mm-hmm.
You can put that on the bed.
No, you can't.
No, I can't.
Oh.
Kayce don't give a shit about that stuff. John obviously does.
I did my best to straighten the incision. Looks like your vet used a bread knife.
Oof.
Well, it's healing. Those should come out in a few days. You'll be free to terrify small children at the rec center's pool.
Yeah.
Not a joke. I want you swimming twice a week with an instructor.
Oh.
You're in this situation because you ignored your doctor. He saw a mass on your CT scan. He said schedule an appointment, and you didn't. And so now you've had major surgery for what a pill could have fixed.
Oh, dang.
When's the last time you saw a dermatologist?
For fuck's sake, Keith.
What? You have to wear skin cancer?
He's so stubborn. But I mean, what, like, under the circumstances, what kind of, like, incision mark did you expect the vet to make? It wasn't going to be straight. Could you imagine the
No, it
butter
was an
knife,
emergency.
though?
He was gonna rip it open.
Fucking butter knife. That would suck.
You all right?
Yeah. Just starts to sit.
Oh, shit.
Sorry.
Fucking Kayce.
Fucking liar. Oh, God.
Oh, Jesus, son, are you aiming for him?
If you know a smoother way back, you let me know and I'll take it.
Oh, my God.
Just pull over here.
Montana.
There.
Gotcha, for once. I love how he's like, it hurts to sit, pothole, pothole.
I know. Dick move.
Well, he didn't do it on purpose.
Did he?
I don't think he did it on purpose.
The second one, he did it on purpose.
Maybe it's a little soon to come home.
Yeah, well, I could say the same to you.
What's that mean?
Means you don't fight, Kayce. Understand me? Wranglers get worked over, then Wranglers handle it.
How am I supposed to sleep in the same room with men I won't defend?
You aren't. I'll fix that problem, too.
He's always trying to fix stuff.
Are you gonna walk home now? I don't even know whose field this is.
Me neither. 10 years ago, I did. I think I finally understand you, son.
Well, if you want to explain me to me, I'm all ears.
You know, there's being scared to die, son, and knowing it's coming. When you know it's coming, tomorrow stops factoring into your decisions because you know you're never going to see it. Then you live. You realize you ain't dead, you're not going to die, and now you got to face all them decisions you made. And out of all that, you got to figure out how to let yourself start living again.
This feels like his personal experience.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Kayce.
Shit, I don't know. We'll figure it out.
It feels like they're getting tender with each other. Need to be a little bit more tender with Dad, though.
Yeah.
Right now. With those potholes.
I mean, I think John, he was giving Kayce advice
But
in that
also,
moment.
yeah.
But like John 100% thought he was dying soon.
Yeah.
And now it seems like he's not. So now he's going to have to like readjust his mindset about how life is. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe his relationship with Kayce is part of that. Because him being back and all that stuff now is obviously going to change things. I mean, Kayce's situation is
Awful.
yeah, it's a difficult one to like.
There's so many facets of Kayce that is just.
I mean, he's killed a bunch of people. His family's kind of falling apart.
Well, even like him as a son, him as a person.
He's lost a brother.
Just so much.
Had to kill a brother-in-law.
This is how many acres?
324. Listing price is 4.9.
All right, offer 3.5. No escrow, cash, 7-day close.
Don't you want to see it first?
I'm seeing it now.
I'll head back to the office and write up the offer. Actually, let me show you one more. This one isn't on the market, but I know the property well, and I think we can...
So why are you showing it to me?
You said every large property in the county, right?
For sale.
It's called the Pelican Ranch.
Why is it called the Pelican Ranch?
Maybe they saw a goose and thought it was a pelican. Who the fuck knows? It's 1,100 acres.
What's with the wit? Doing some fast math on your commission make you a little cocky? Feeling good? Showing us properties that aren't for sale? Boy, you're on a tear. Might even go home and lay some pipe to the old lady.
All right.
Fucking Beth.
Get out of my office.
I don't...
Get the fuck out of my office. Go write up the offer. When it's done, email it so I don't have to look at you again. And when you get your commission, I want you to shove it up your waxed ass, you cheesy motherfucker. Fuck, I hate real estate agents. Got your checkbook handy, Bobby?
Beth is...
I understand what she's not trying to like push people out. She's just trying to get things that are for sale.
Yeah.
I think I get it.
You the teacher's aide?
No, I'm the teacher.
I saw this video on Pornhub, and this is exactly how it starts.
Ew.
Misogyny, how refreshing. What's your name?
Trent.
Can you tell me the definition of power, Trent? It's the ability to direct or influence another's behavior or course of events. That's what I have. I can remove you from this class and fail you, or I can send you before the dean for violating the student code of conduct. These are all things that can alter the course of your life. That's power. And you don't have any.
Love her.
Dang.
I love it. I love her.
Trent will think a little harder before verbalizing things like that in class.
I'll read to you from Columbus's journal. They willingly traded us everything they owned. They do not bear arms and do not know them. They will make fine slaves. You ever feel like that, Trent? You ever feel like making someone do what you want, whether they want to or not?
Oh, shit.
I'll teach you what happened to my people and to yours, because we're all the descendants of the subjugated, every one of us.
Did well. Were you nervous?
Terrified.
She played it off excellent.
Miss Long, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was just...
I know what you were doing.
I'm sorry.
Insult me or anyone else in my class and you're out. Apology accepted.
Thank you.
I would like to see more of that. More of an apology for fucking up.
Why do you call it the Pelican Ranch?
We moved from San Francisco, always worried we'd miss the ocean. When our agent brought us here, there was a pelican in the pond. Like the ocean followed us here. Our agent said he'd never seen a pelican here before.
It wasn't a pelican. Did it fly off when you drove up?
No, it sat in the center of the pond the whole time we were here.
Haven't seen it since, though. That's because it was a decoy. But a big strange bird in the middle of the pond, it scares away other birds. Birds that like to eat the trout in the pond.
Ah, I love Beth.
I'd like to buy you a ranch.
Oh.
Oh, it's not for sale.
Everything's for sale, buddy. How much?
I mean,
Name your price.
$9 million?
What? I have a house for no.
Seriously.
Now get out of my house.
Oh. What the hell?
Is that fucking easy? Oh, hot shit.
Hopefully he didn't lowball it.
Right.
I would have been like 20. So do you take back the comment of pushing people out?
But I like her honesty, though.
I mean, she was honest, and she did give him a fat ass check on the spot.
Yeah.
With no real estate agent getting a commission on it. Just like, here's your money. I'm taking your house.
Worked on a few ranches. My ass never left the saddle either.
Well, maybe you should have stayed there, Walker.
Oh,
Don't
shit.
I know it?
What's that?
Won't fight, won't work.
You'll sure eat our food, won't you?
And sit in our field and seem like a fucking tourist.
This is your field, is it, Rip?
Keep it tight, boys. We'll walk through loose wire like it ain't even there.
I feel like something bad.
What the fuck you doing standing there? Start wrapping wire.
Hell, I'm leaving tonight. You spend my week's wages at the bar for all I give a shit.
All these great ranches that you worked at, Walker, why not go back to one of them? How'd you get my truck?
Because I can't leave the state.
There's plenty of ranches in Montana. Just because they wouldn't have you. Why is that?
That's a great question. I would love to know.
I'm gonna find out about you.
Well, I reckon I got a fondness for the farmer's daughter.
Oh,
We got that in
fuck.
common, don't we?
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit!
What the hell?
I'm gonna take your fucking heart out through your throat, Walker.
This goes down. We gotta pick sides.
You won't die today, Walker. You're only taking your last step. Let's see what kind of cowboy you are in a wheelchair.
There you go. Done with this place. You gonna shoot me in the back old fart? Go for it.
Damn. I thought shit was gonna go down right now.
Wherever you go, Walker, I'll find you.
Yikes.
He's the brand.
Yeah.
Can't just leave.
The whole bunkhouse is watching.
How do you think I did it, Lloyd? We got 2 miles of fence to build. It's gonna work.
Holy shit, 2 miles. That's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot of posts.
But told you about Walker, man. This dude is
Something.
super interesting to see where this goes.
Fence work don't suit you?
Ain't nothing suit me about this place.
Where you headed?
I'm gonna wander around till the next job finds me.
You run into trouble. Walk the other way.
Be seeing you, cowboy.
That's scary.
Where you headed? I quit.
How come?
I'm a cowboy, that's all.
You know, that's all we need from you.
That's not all y'all needed the other night.
The other night won't happen again.
You say that, someone else says something different. Can't figure out who runs this deal.
I run it. He runs it. You don't listen to nobody else. Head on back to the bunkhouse.
That easy, huh?
I mean, he probably just saved Walker's life.
Let's hope
Right?
Here. That was Lee's.
I'm gonna start training.
Soon, but let's get this bunkhouse figured out first.
I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm so fine.
You haven't mentioned her, Kayce, or Tate, why you're not with them.
What's talking about it gonna do?
It'll help you form a plan to get him back.
Plan's not gonna change the way somebody feels.
When Lee ran this place, he was honest and he was fair with everyone. That's what I need from you. But you can't be that way with others, son, until you're that way with yourself. What happened?
You happened, Dad. And everything happened.
You enjoying your fucking self?
Beautiful day until now.
He in there?
He who?
Oh, shit.
Hey, Rip! Father wants to see you now.
Holy shit, dude. Oh, man.
I just saved your life.
I think Walker needs to get a bigger knife.
In a lot of ways, you're the only person I can trust, Rip, because you're the only person that doesn't benefit when I'm gone. You do it for me. Yes, sir, and I always will.
Loyalty.
I hope so, because what I'm asking next, it'll be the hardest.
Uh-oh.
Kayce needs to learn how to run this place.
Can we leave something
He needs
for
to learn
Rip?
how to lead these men, and he can't do that while he's living with them.
Is he gonna make Rip trade places? You go in the bunkhouse and give your house to Kayce? Hasn't Rip been through enough? Oh no.
Wow.
There's beer in the fridge.
I don't drink.
That figures.
Oh no. Why is Rip getting shit on?
Shit. Awkward.
I feel bad for Rip.
And you thought you got out of prison.
Nope. Hell, I just stumbled into another one.
The tension.
I know. Cut it with a knife. Even a small one.
Sooner you push it to a head, sooner it's behind you.
No, he's not gonna follow me. Just you.
Gotta make him.
Ain't about his respect.
Figure it out.
It's about everyone else's.
We'll push him up the valley and over the saddle to East River Road. We'll take that up the canyon. Rip, you and Lloyd are riding drag.
Let's go.
Is that like a shit position or?
Hope you boys got your wild drags. It's gonna be a bit dusty.
The hell's going on?
No, it's just a little reminder, Lloyd. They might let us stay here and get old and rusted. But we're just tools. That's all we'll ever be.
Ouch. I really like Rip. I fucking love Rip. I don't want.
I think just the bottom line is that he's not like blood family.
I know, but he's done everything for them. Illegal, not illegal. And you're gonna get shit on. You want to talk about somebody that could turn on you? Somebody that knows all that?
I mean, it makes sense for Kayce to take Lee's spot.
God damn it, Jimmy! It's too big a gap! You hold your spot or the whole herd goes!
Oh no. This feels like something else is happening.
Yeah.
Right?
I'm sorry, but if Rip was chasing me on a horse, you best believe we'd fucking running!
I'll flip that horse right on you, son of a bitch.
Oh, shit!
You dead? You're about to be.
Holy shit.
What the fuck are you doing? You needed an excuse, now you got one. We do it in front of everybody, Kayce. I ain't gonna take it easy on you either.
See, Rip's pissed.
You do something you love your whole life. It takes one man to ruin the whole fucking thing.
Oh, man. Dude, he was running full speed on the back of that horse and thrown into a fucking tree. And he's not a big dude. What, are they about to fight? Is that what Rip was saying? They're going to throw down in front of everybody? Are they in the bull ring? What's happening right now? Hands up, man. Hands up. See, I know Kayce has special forces training. I don't know what kind of training Rip has.
Rip has street smarts, I think.
Just cowboy toughness.
Oh, and he's fucking watching it.
Oh, shit.
Body slam. And it's not under the...
Neon belly.
Mm-mm. Okay, Guys!
Oh, full mount. Oh.
Ow!
Is he an eyeball?
Why does everybody go for the eyes? I know there's soft spots. I get it.
Dude, I would hate
Does
to get
this
all.
happen?
I would hate to get all busted up and bloody with like long hair in my face.
And dirt. I mean, not that I ever want to get bloody or beat up.
Oh, Kayce, take it.
I'm good now? Dudes, man. Dudes.
It's like a rite of passage at the ranch or something.
This is too much for me, man. We like hug it out now. Feel like I love you.
I mean, they're practically brothers.
Look at that horse. Is like,
There ain't no fighting on this ranch. If you want to fight, you come fight me.
I feel like that was something Rip said.
Yeah, it is.
In the beginning.
It was.
Well, you made him earn it. Thank you. Now I need you two to get along. He needs to be able to depend on you, Rip.
Well, I hope you can depend on him, because I haven't seen a shred of proof that you can. I guess you see something I don't.
He's my son. That's what I see.
What about Rip?
Jamie's your son too, sir. I'm just seeing him.
Ooh, shit.
That was some shade.
He's like, I might not be your blood, but I am more your son than anyone else.
That's what it feels like. I've done everything that you asked me to do. And I've never told you no.
Things are becoming a little clearer to me. Quite the sacrifice.
No, that's what your father wanted.
I remember the first time I saw you. So wild, so angry. God, you were beautiful. I remember the way you looked at him, such devotion. I was so jealous. And the way he looked at you, I was worried that he'd love you more someday, but he doesn't.
Ow.
Beth, I was never in doubt.
Don't leave.
This is my family, whether you all think of me that way or not.
Oh, Rip. Man, they're really giving him a complicated character storyline. Like, he is a deep character. He's not just some badass cowboy who just enforces the law and the rules of the ranch.
So you're the big man now, huh?
Couldn't run the bunkhouse while I was living in it.
So go live in the main house.
Grown men don't live with their fathers.
Yeah, they also don't kick other men out of the only home they've ever had.
Oh.
Well,
ouch.
He could use some humility. He ain't nothing but a bully, and that's all he's ever been.
No, he's not a bully, Kayce. He is exactly what our father turned him into. What do you think he's turning you into?
Yeah, Rip's way
Boy,
deeper
it
than
sure
just a
was easy
bully.
for you to walk away from a life that you worked so hard to build.
Well, she doesn't want that life anymore.
Let me guess. She left you because she was afraid that you would turn into him. Instead of proving her wrong, you come here and you take the crash course in how to do it.
This place is all I have to give them. I'm just trying to protect it.
I'm protecting it. You're really gonna sit on boards and run for office and navigate the filthy fights a place like this requires? No, you're not. In case you're gonna lose your temper, put somebody in the hospital, or worse, go to prison, get sued, and lose this place. Just go home, Kayce. Go work on this.
Wow, Beth.
I'm proud of her.
And you stay far away from him. When he dies, you can have this fucking place. I will give it to you.
I feel like that's the realest I've ever seen Beth.
With her siblings.
Just in general.
But also
fighting
thank you
and
for
standing
sticking
up for Rip. Yeah. Holy shit, dude. It was like 95% of the time I feel like Beth is putting up her front, playing her shtick, and like playing her part, but it's like that was real. That was legitimate emotion.
Did you bring your swim trunks?
Oh my God.
Grandpa Cowboy's got to go swimming with the kiddies. Get his therapy in.
Don't pee in the pool.
Not a word. Not a goddamn word.
Kayce, you're not helping.
You're doing great.
You're moving back. I don't want the kickboard.
Need to use the kickboard. Come on, one more time.
He's so stubborn.
Let's go.
Such a toddler. Oh my God.
What is he doing?
He's gonna hurt himself like an asshole.
Just kick your leg up and back slowly.
Okay,
Your
oh
leg
my
is
God,
straight.
is
I want
she
you to
hearing
wiggle
it?
your
Oh my
toes,
God.
okay? Sorry about that. You're gonna have to swim your laps 2 lanes over.
Oh no. Wow. That's a really unfortunate coincidence for it to happen in that moment like that. Oh, what an episode. Like this show, again, going into it really not knowing anything about it. I mean, obviously you knew there was a ranch and cowboys and horses and stuff. But the level of emotion that this show has brought out,
I know.
it's been really impressive actually.
Yeah.
'Cause-
They get you every single episode with something.
I mean, I think that Beth moment was one of my favorites that we've seen so far. Just because it's like Rip, it's like he was presented to us a certain way. You're like, oh, he's just the muscle, he's the tough guy, he's the one that John uses to go do all the dirty work and all that stuff. And as the story starts evolving, and then we get that flashback with him, you realize, oh shit, he, along the same lines as Beth, responsible for a parent's death. And you realize why he's so...
She's not responsible.
Right. I mean, yeah, air quotes,
Neither is
responsible.
he. Rip's not.
I mean, he killed his dad with his...
He had to.
Yes, but
he had to.
He did it.
Yeah.
But it's one of those things where you realize you're like, oh, that's why he's so committed to John. That's why he's so dedicated to the cause and protecting him and doing literally everything. And then it's like, as the story unfolds, like the two of them, Beth and Rip, are really like, she has her moments and we've seen her with other dudes. But it's like, when it's with Rip, it's different. You could tell that obviously they have a bond. They grew up together. And I mean, her protecting him in that moment was pretty awesome, because we've talked about it for a while now. I feel like Rip is fast grown to be one of our favorite characters.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I just feel like he's, and the fact that Kayce even was like, oh, he's a bully. That's all he is. It's like at the surface level, sure, it might look like that, but Rip is like a really deep character.
Yeah.
And we're starting to see so many different sides of him. Even the moment where Beth was sitting with Walker when he was playing the guitar, after he went and did some stuff, you knew he needed to release a little something in terms of like a normal human being would. But it's like he saw Beth with him and it like crushed him. It's like this dude has a lot of emotion.
He does.
And he's got a big heart too. I mean, his commitment and his sacrifice that he's made, obviously, for John and what he did for him, it's huge. And for this episode, for it to basically be a demotion for him.
I know.
Because Casey's now taking Lee's spot and he can't be in that position while living in the bunkhouse with the guys. And it's like, well, shit, Rip now gets booted out. He's now in the bunkhouse. And the two of them, just for the sake of principle, like they had to throw down.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean, Beth is absolutely right. Rip is who John made him to be. Rip has never told him no. Rip always does what he asks.
Every time.
Rip just wants him to love him.
Yeah.
Like the son that he is. That is his son.
Him saying that at the end, where she's like, don't leave, he admitted to her, he's like, I'm not going anywhere. This is my family. Regardless if you guys look at me the same way. He's like, this is my family. And it's just, I'm worried that something's going to happen to Rip before he could get that validation from John. I don't know. It's just the vibe I'm getting. But, I mean, it's a complicated story. This whole family dynamic is complicated. Casey's situation is complicated. Monica's, that whole thing with Monica is and the fact that, like, Tate sees it like, oh my God, Dad. Like,
I know. It's the daddy stuff.
Yeah.
It's the daddy.
But it's like, under the circumstances of them trying to deal with what they're dealing with and like get their own stuff together, it's tough. And I mean, just the whole family dynamic across the whole board with everyone, it's brutal. And everything that's going on at the bunkhouse, I mean, Walker continues to be a super interesting character.
I agree.
Him
and Cowboy, honestly.
Yeah. But like Walker
didn't
shows
get
up.
a lot of Cowboy, but like it's a good amount this episode.
Just enough for it to be like
impactful.
Yeah. But like Walker, Rip's there to like take him home from jail, and they put the brand on him as a second chance thing, and he's like, nah, man, I am not doing this. And he just continues to be defiant and just kind of stick to his beliefs and his feelings about what the ranch is. And I mean, I think he's a fascinating character where I'm like invested to know what his future looks like.
Right.
Like I'm curious to know like what happens to this dude, because you really haven't seen that yet in terms of someone with the brand being that torn about their commitment
and wanting to leave.
Yeah.
Besides the
that dude wasn't branded.
No,
but he was just
still.
a dickhead who was beaten up on, like he was being a bully.
Yeah, he was.
And it's like, you're done.
Yeah.
But like we haven't seen a branded dude be like, I want out yet. Yeah. And so, I mean, the way they sold it to us is like there is no out.
Right.
Out is dead. Like that's the only outcome.
Yeah.
So we'll see. But I mean, I think it's been a wild couple episodes for season 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have a ton of things to say about the episode, but it was very emotional.
Yeah.
It was very deep.
I mean, they're really good with the emotion.
They are.
For sure.
Totally.
I mean, that Rip and Beth storyline is a strong one. And then Beth doing all her thing with the real estate and buying up the land.
Yeah, I love that.
I am on a little bit of a time crunch, just to let you guys know, but we will talk about this a little more in the next video, previewing before we get into episode 3. But yeah, you guys share all your thoughts, leave your comments. Another great one. This show is pretty freaking epic.
I love it.
Yeah, leave all your thoughts. We'll see you later for the next one. Have a good one. Bye.